Alright guys and gals, let's finish up the Castle Bed and Breakfast by Lego Friends. This is set number 42638. Contains 1,311 bricks, retails for $99.99, and the set was provided by the Lego Group for early review. So remember in the last installment, booklet 1 covers the first floor. That's what we did there. And booklet 2 covers the second floor. And we just started on the third booklet here, which starts on, looks like a portion of the bathroom. And so far, the build's okay. It's an interesting build, but it's a lot of small pieces. And I think our score was like 9.7. That's still pretty good. And yeah, that's where we're going to start at today. And, well, we don't have a lot left to do with stickers. There's only, what, 2 stickers left. So we're getting there, we're finishing that up. And yeah. This is essentially what we've done on the inside. We already built all our minifigures, so it looks like the guys are going to have some fun with the girls. But I don't want to get into that. And yeah, well, I have the laptop on. I think I'm still setting up data right now. So, let me check that real quick, and if so, I'll just, we'll do this. And yeah, we just set that up. So let me get this saved. Alright, let's turn on the light. There we go. I think we left it at probably 15%, I can't remember. And yeah, now I found out what the problem with this light was. I put a new bulb in there and it was still flickering. So now I know it's a socket issue. I'll have to go and see if I can clean it. If not, mend it. If not, then I'll have to change the whole thing out. Alrighty, so I just kind of tacked this thing in on the top. That's what we did, where we left off at. So let's get everything situated. Let's begin. Let's build it. We're going to be doing bags 8, 9, and 10. And I'm hoping to get this one reviewed. I want to get it done so I can get it released early. Well, after the embargo date. Trying to start on this one because I've been wanting to work on this and get it out of the way. And today we went to a chain restaurant and got ourselves a nice breakfast. It was really yummy. My mom had the, I think she had like your typical eggs and hash browns and pancakes. I told the waitress, like, just give me a plain old waffle and a couple strips of bacon. And yeah, the bacon was more than the waffle, surprisingly. But what can you do? Food has gone up in price. Hey, I ate everything on my plate, so nothing went to waste. It's not like I wasted money. I used to hear some in my family go, "Oh, that's a waste of money. Why would you order that?" It's only a waste of money if you don't finish up your meal. You know? So, yeah, that's what they use for the toilet bowl. Yeah, the waffle that I had, they must have put a lot of sugar in there or something like that. I was like, wow. You know, woke me right up. And yeah. And girlfriend was working at that time, so she couldn't get off. It's like, yeah, I've been there. And I think today is the 22nd. I don't know. Let me look here. Yeah, today is the 22nd of May, 2024. And so far, I've been pleased with the build. It's just a lot of redundancy, a lot of small pieces. See, why do we do a little bit here and then we start on this? Wouldn't you start fresh? I don't get Legos sometimes. Yeah, so I gotta make plans for a mop chop. Get that going before it gets too hot. Just gonna tell them to pretty much chop it all off. Go for the high bald fade again. Just keep a patch on the top just to keep the head from getting sunburned. That's about it. But you wouldn't catch me close to a a barber shop now, and the reason being is because graduation commencement is this month. It's in the next week or two, and yeah, it's not worth my time to fight everything right now, so I'll wait till after all the kitties are done, and then, you know, maybe wait 2 weeks and go get a haircut. I'm in no big hurry right now. It's starting to look kind of shabby, but nothing like I need to get done right this second. So I have to do a face video on here. I haven't done that yet. Let me make sure your focus here is pretty good here. So now I know the socket is bad, so I'm going to have to take the lamp apart. I got a couple of sockets I could replace in there. And while I was at one of these big box stores today, I was looking at some of the smart bulbs, and I'd like to get some in here for mood lighting and stuff, for different type of filming situations. You know, where I could change between cool white, warm white, but I don't know yet. I just need to get something in here that's a little more, you know, let's get that off here, because it kept rubbing against the wall, that kind of thing. Yeah, so the last installment I was really quiet. I was kind of tired, but yeah, well, friend sets are always a nice thing to put together because they're nice and colorful and all that stuff. So it looks like we're just building a bathroom today. Yeah. And I need to get up in the attic, and I'm thinking about changing this coax in this room here, the TV antenna, and upgrading it. And that requires me to get kind of dirty, so it's not that far from the door. It's just I have to crawl in that insulation stuff, and that's not fun. It's only like 2.5 feet where the drop is at. This is going to be really nasty when I get going up there. It's like this goes right here, like that. So, I am not looking forward to that. What, we're not making a half bed? So we're making a full bed this time? So my goal is today is to, wait a minute, maybe this is a half a bed. No, it's not. I had to make sure. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't want to be working, but I got to get work done. And got to do your vegetables for dessert, and kind of made it depressing today. We were ordering stuff, and the waitress was talking about how nice her vacation was, and that was cool, thinking, at least someone had fun. Yeah. I didn't think about using these scrolly pieces for beds. Must be the footboard. And I think this goes like this. Let me look. Yeah, that's where that goes. I thought it would have went over here, but no, that's how they want it. And now, seeing that I'm getting these sets done, we're going to see if we can manage to get this all finished up today. And then I'm going to go ahead and edit the video, send it up to YouTube, and then get this one done ASAP as quickly as I can for your viewing enjoyment. Just so you guys, especially you guys, for some of you out there, I know some of you like these, most don't. I'm gonna hear the belly aching in the comments, like, oh Jay, why did you do that? I'm sorry. You know, I'm not sorry. I just wanted to build something that was a little more different. I've already done enough space, and a couple of months ago, and then the stuff that I'm doing now that's not too fun. So we got to have something a little colorful in our diet. Not a bad little bed so far. Yeah, when somebody tells me about their camping trip, I'm like, oh, I would love to be there. Okay. So they use these round bricks here on the top, the plates with bow for the headboard. It's not too bad. I'll show you here when I get this all on here real fast and straightened out like that. Pretty cool. Yeah, so pretty much it's going to be a while before I get all these sets reviewed. It's going to take some time. That campground, I'm going to start preparing that and see if we could sneak an episode or two of that in. It's not going to take long. It's just what's going to kill me here is time-wise. You know, I got a lot of stuff that I want to get done. And reviews, they have to come before tutorials because Lego is sending me the stuff for review. And I was reading some memes on Instagram about, you know, some of us get the stuff for free. Lego underpays us a lot. Yeah, they're not paying me for airtime at all. So putting the stuff together is a nice treat. And I don't expect to get paid for this. But, you know, you've seen on television the infomercials. You know how they throw them late at night? Yeah. If you noticed, this is where I would have to negotiate with Lego. If Lego says, we want you to run our tutorials on Saturdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, then they will have to pay me to do that. And not in sets, because that is my video, that's my tutorial time. And you need sticker number 8 for this, which is another one of these little triangle stickers. And that's what some of the Instagrammers and TikTokers do. Of course, for me personally, I'd rather have the Lego sets for free because I don't want to have to pay money for them. And this goes right here. And the bed sits right here with this stud right here. And it's even with these. I gotta have to really muscle the bed in here. See, it's already starting to come apart. And this is not the most sturdiest thing. Look at this. What is this, a Minecraft set? You've already seen enough of those fall apart. But yeah, I mean, pretty much though, you know, getting stuff done is the name of the game. You know, how fast can I get it done? It just depends. And I am just ready to get out of town. Everybody wants to hop on a train and just, why don't we just take a train? Well, I said, where would we go? And they're like, oh, we'll just go stay on the train and just sit and relax. And I thought, sitting, I've already done enough of that. Oh, you want to get out and actually do something? I'm like, yeah. It doesn't involve a computer or staring out at a window. That's a nice. See, I was talking about using it for a lampshade, and there it is. Okay. Trying not to yawn in everyone's ear. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you know why? I've got to put this down here. Whoops, my bad. Well, let's fill that in. There we go. Won't even notice we did anything. So yeah, I had to look for a condensation line for my air conditioner to make sure it's draining in the bathroom sink. That's how, when we had it put in there, that's what I did. It's either it can drip out the side of the house or it can drip in the sink, and I really have it in the sink. That has long since got clogged up, and now I'm finally getting around to fixing it because I want to make sure everything's working good for the summer. It'd take longer to cut the old stuff out and put the rubber hose in. I just got to heat the hose up and make my own stuff. But of course it goes into the bathroom drain, and there's already a trap down there. So I don't think it really matters too much. Yeah, I like this, whoops, I like this light royal blue. It's really nice. So it looks like bag 8 just does a portion of, this is the attic, so it's, in other words, it's the 3rd floor. I don't know when we're going to get to the roof. But I am ready to get out of town. Yeah, you work your buns off and like, hey, you know, you deserve it, right? Oh, I forgot to put the chocolate mint on the bed. Okay, we got to put that in there. It's like, where does the candy bar go? It goes right on this stud in here. Well, let's put that in there real quick. You really can't see it. Oh, that's better for me. Don't forget your candy bar right there. Sometimes I get like that, you know. But for the most part, though, it's not a bad set to build. And I'm just hoping to get done with this so I could review it. This one's going to be very easy to review. It's just going to be, I'm going to do the minifigures first, or I could do close-ups of the minifigures in the build. But the best thing is just do the minifigures on the turntable, do the house on a turntable, do a 360 spin tour, and then do a close-up. So this time I do the minifigures last, and that's what we have remaining for bag 8. Not too bad. Alright, bag 9. You notice the bags are not that full, but it's all small stuff. Small and medium. Now, I just noticed something here. We actually have a teal hand this time. It's not green, it's not blue, it's teal or bluish green. I think we're going to bring like a red. Well, I think we've seen a red hand before. Maybe an orange hand, a yellow hand, maybe a purple one. Okay. And we are back at the main model again. Okay. Yeah, but I hope these videos are helping you guys and gals out with your building ventures. I remember the one I forgot to put these in here. I got to put them in here now. So we're doing one more of those goofy windows. Looking at the box, there's 3 of them. This set is rated for 12 years of age and up, so yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. And pop the glass. Oh, I want to put that little dot thing at the bottom. If I find these, I'm going to put the glass in them right away. All right. Yeah, we were out having breakfast. It kind of reminded me going out on vacation where when we get up early, we'd pack up the car. And then we would stop off at one of these diners on the road. And see, I'm a breakfast person. A lot of my family, even my Girlfriend's not like that. They don't like breakfast. They'll have a big giant lunch where I'm like, oh no, I have to have breakfast now. I have to be filled up before work. And a lot of people don't even do that. They just, oh, I don't need to eat breakfast. I'm thinking, oh, I don't know. By the time lunchtime comes around, they're so cranky. I'm not a good morning person, so that's how it is with me. Okay. Yeah, so I'm pretty much getting done here with this stuff. It's going to take some time, but I'm going to try to keep at least one video every 4 to 5 days. I think 4 days is enough. So Monday through Thursday will be on the, we're talking about the main channel, would be reviews. Friday would be mocks. Saturday and Sundays is, don't bother me on mock building or something, tutorialing or something like that. Then Monday comes around. Yeah, okay. I'll see if I can find the coax. Drop through the wall. I'm going to rerun it. Run a new wire in here. Shouldn't. Oh, we got to build 2 of these. I was starting to zone off. Like, wait, what are we doing? Let's just do 2 of these real quick here. And I'm hoping. Oh, do I? Am I missing this guy? Just make 2 of these and uh-oh, there it is. I was gonna say, are we missing something, Lego? Is that how we're doing it? But I gotta go up there and drop it in there. It's not gonna take a long time. I just gotta cut the old wire out, put the new one in. Yeah, because it's kind of spliced together and I kind of want one continuous run. So I have to cut one of the ends off, unfortunately, to get it out of the crawl space, or the little cavity in the wall. And that's pretty much what I got to do. Do I have to? No. It's working okay, but I can always do better. It's the beauty about having your own house. You can do that and just you can make improvements. If you're renting, don't do it because you're just putting money into somebody else's property you'll never get back. The landlord would appreciate it. Some landlords don't even want you touching their stuff. So if it breaks, get somebody to fix it. Get the pester their maintenance to do it. I had a buddy of mine who rented an apartment. He's like, I gotta get the landlord if they don't want to do anything. I said, if they don't do anything, start documenting it and take it off the rent. They don't do that, tell them you'll go find somewhere else. Tell them you're looking at buying a house. Of course, they'll just rent that apartment out the way it is a bit more, but you can only do that so much before the housing authority steps in. Now, remember, we have to put these pieces in here. And that's the next step. Now, Lego should have just had us put these in here right now. I don't know why they didn't do that, but I'm going to do it right now just because it's a little easier to piece together. But I'm so glad I don't rent anymore because when I had the studio, the lady kept up on everything, but I remember I was like, she kept raising up the rent for what I was getting, and at that point it was almost as much as renting a house. And I said, oh, I asked her, how many times are you going to raise the rent? She goes, oh, I'm just trying to keep up with the economy. And I thought, okay, so I didn't tell her I was looking at a house. I was looking at homes, and I found this one that I'm at now, and I said, hey, are you willing to drop the rent? I said, I think I found a place. Oh, I can't drop it down, I can't freeze the rent anymore. I have to keep raising up. I said, okay. I said, well, I found me a place to live. She wasn't too happy, but I thought, well, oh, now I know why they didn't put these slopes in here. So that's why they saved them for last. Okay, so don't put your slopes on like I did. So, unless you're just willing to do it like that. But renting is, everybody says renting's better than buying, but I don't know, because you never know who you're going to rent to. Or if you find something for your, if you're the renter or rentee or whatever, you never know. Okay. And yeah, it's just, some people prefer to rent. And I thought, well, when I was younger, I thought, I don't want to have to take care of a house. I'd rather rent. You know, I don't have to mow the yard or do anything like that. If something breaks, let the maintenance do it. Let maintenance fix it, and then that's when you get your own place. You know, I can do all the improvements I want. If I need something fixed, I don't have to wait for maintenance. I can do it myself. Yes, it costs money, but then again, that's the whole point. And that kind of thing. Okay, so I'm going to breeze through this real quick. But for the most part, though, back to the set, it's not a bad build at all. I'm not going to kid you or anything like that. I think the only thing that I'm kind of disappointed with it is it's just abundance of small and medium bricks. It's detailed. I have to give it that. It's detailed. I mean, there's enough here that you could build a whole other piece, or you could mirror this guy too and just buy another set. Ooh, a dark blue 4x4 plate. That's kind of rare. Yeah. I should go up there when I'm up there in the attic, tighten that stupid rattling pipe down too. Just do the works. Summer's around the corner. It's going to be like 78 degrees this coming weekend. I thought, well, I'm going to do it at that time. And the door's in my nephew's room. I'm like, you're going to have to get up early because I'm crawling up there. And I'm going to cut that out, get the air conditioning thing fixed. I'm going to drop a new wire in. And if he's sleeping in, well, he's going to get an earful from me. And all I hear is, well, he's got school. Well, I have work. I could do it now, but not when it's like 90-something degrees. And the attic is not very friendly, especially out here in the deserts. That is the least place you want to be at. I'm just going to start with this first here and stick it in here. When I was running the Ethernet wires, this was in the dead middle of winter. You know, 50-something degrees outside, but it's also sunny outside. In the attic, it was a nice toasty 80-something degrees, so it's easier to do it at night because everything's kind of settled down. And not too hot. So we're doing the plated roof here. I think this probably goes right there, we don't know. And that's where it goes, right there for bag 9. And it looks like these are going to have to loop right in those plates there. So you can probably see right in there. That's how it's supposed to go in. So I'm going to wiggle this in here and get that to fit in here. And if everything goes right, I should be able to push it down. There we go. And that's it for the roof. And that finishes up bag 9 with only a few pieces remaining. Okay. I see a couple of pieces. There, back there's a large piece, a bulk item. Okay, bag 10. Yeah. This sand blue really works well for making slate roof. Just get enough of that, mix it in with the grays and the dark blues, you'd have a nice, beautiful slate roof. This shows the bathtub there with the piece of glass falling on the floor. And you get that, because my luck, that'll be an important part that I need. And if it's in the window frame, we're going to put that right in now so we don't lose it. Okay. And wow, what's that doing in there? There you go. Did you make a mistake or something? Okay, here we go. I could use these. I wish they were in sand yellow, but and looking for white. White's a very rare color now. Mostly just dark stuff. Okay. Yeah, I mean it's a very relaxing build, just a lot of small parts. Oh, a half nose cone. Get a couple of those in reddish brown and make a good tree basis for trees. Obviously this is not the right color. You know, I mean, you just like you can put a cross axle through that. Alright, now we've got to find a window frame. Gray windows are not really any use to me. Already got glass in there. Just got to find the other glass. See this light starting to flicker. Sometimes it'll flicker on a cold start, so now I know what's causing it. I just need to take the lamp down and clean it. That's why I got to get more of these little floodlights, because I'd rather use those than a big lamp here. This is like some kind of a sun window or something. I notice it'll flicker and I'll turn the bulb a little tighter and it'll stop for a little bit. But when I thunk it, it doesn't flicker or not, so I don't know. It's just when you start, it's always hard to find the right parts. Alright, let's start sorting things out by size. 2x3 in this color, this would be great. Get enough of these, you can actually overlap them and make some slate tiles for your roof. I need to find this piece here. I haven't found it yet. That's what I'm saying. Let's just start sorting things out now, and if we find it, we can stop. Probably do the review, but I'm trying to race the gardener here because when he comes, I don't like to film the reviews because you'll just be hearing that over the review portion, although some probably would prefer that. Okay, I found it. Well, I thought I did. There it is. A gray plate that I can't find. There it is. Yeah, instead of putting my hands right here, I'm trying to keep them more in the back of the build for you to see. Like I said, I read all the comments. And I try not to cover things up, but sometimes it just has to be done, you know. But remember, at the end of the day, these are just meant to be my notes for the review. So I don't... so I'll know exactly what to say in the review, and you can't accuse me of scripting it when I... because I've had some people say, oh, you're just saying it because of Lego. No, as I'm building it, you know. Okay, this goes in here. Like that. Yeah, not too bad. Just these are a little crooked here, but yeah, pretty seamless. Too bad there was no way to fill that in back there. I'm sure you probably could if you had the right parts. Okay. And now we focus on the cone thing up here. There you go. Yeah, start sorting this stuff out. It makes it a lot easier. So I'm just slowly pulling things out here. Oh, we don't have these in sand blue Lego. That's kind of depressing. Sure, don't forget your hollow stud and put your microphone at the top. So if you need to sing, you can stand on the top and then sing right into the roof, and everybody will hear you. Magically, anyways. Okay, there's microphones that go in the back here. This looks like it's just more than half a house. I'm sure if you bought another set and built its mirror, you could build a whole complete model and drop it in. With some modifications, you can just make this into a full-fledged house. Wouldn't be Jaster style where it's extra big and bulky, but yeah. There you go. It's not a bad idea using those microphones for the roof ornaments. Yeah, today I was in one of my irritable moods too. I don't sleep well, I just don't want to be bothered. And I kind of just want to relax and not do much of anything. Because when I have to do work the next day, it's like, oh, or I'm currently doing work stuff. I'm like, please, I just want to hurry up and get this stuff done, get back to work, get that done, and get done and go home. If I'm working from home, let me just finish it up so I can relax for the day. Well, obviously we're going to be attaching something to that. Yeah, this is a nice little Victorian home more than anything. Okay. So when I do the filmings though, I always like using warm white. And only bulbs I have are the cool whites. Because I bought them one time by accident. I thought, well, of course I can convert over because this light here does cool. The ring light does cool, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And there we go. We're getting the roof done. Pretty cool. Okay. This must be a little attic crawl space in here. Kind of a waste of space back there, Lego. What are we doing? Okay. So we have a sword. All right, let's put the lid on the chest first before I do something silly. Oh, this is not a chest, it's just a trunk. He uses the flat lids. That's a good way they repurpose the chest. got a sword that goes in there, and then this glass, throw that in there too. And that's it. And they have a mini figurehead with the globe on it. Is that an actual globe? Yeah. There's North and South America. Then we have the like Europe and Japan and New Zealand and all those other countries. The island countries, the cool countries that have the island that you sit on, and it's like vacation every day. Australia. Well, Australia, it's like it depends on where you're at. It's like here in the States, it's either deserts or. Alright, we're going to have to deface this one with sticker number 13, which is that one right there. I'm going to hide that painting in here, huh? Alright, I got it under as best I could. And it just sits here. It doesn't snap in, it just sits right in there. That's where it is, it's just leaning in there. So now we're done with this. So you got to get to the last bag to finish up the stickers. Alright, and this helmet is actually part of this in here. They showed the feather goes on first, but I thought it would be easier doing that, and there you go. So when I do the tour, okay, it doesn't go, it goes right there, right there. When I do the tour, this is just going to be minifigures, 360 spin tour, close-up tour, and review. Very brief, because this is just a self-contained open back build. It's not like I have cars and stuff like that. It's just going to be very easy to review. Okay, it's not going to be complicated in any means here. See, they're going to make this look like slate. Yeah. I thought we're doing shingles. We're just doing just like a tin roof type thing. I'm not good with plate roofs. I've been kind of giving myself some exercises on how to do plated roofs. Once I can break away and do my own plate roof system, then I can start focusing on making better houses that don't require all those slopes. That's how I was taught back in the day. But now slopes are getting to be more expensive, and pretty much that's what it is. And then flip this over. Okay, make sure the tile's on this side here. And we got these weird things. Okay. Oh, we got to put these on here, I guess, to strengthen it up a bit more too. Now, some of you have commented you don't like the open studs on the bottom of the ceilings. Yeah, I don't blame you. But until Lego brings out more flat tiles and different sizes for ceiling, for like ceiling tiles, we're stuck with it. Alright, so now this goes in here, and I have a feeling you're going to have to put it in at an angle, so just put it in like that, and well, something fell out. Let's see what happened. The trunk kind of fell out. Did I not put the trunk in right? Let's try that again, take two. Okay, so the trunk is, oh, it's leaning up right against this rail here. That's what it looks like on the outside. I don't like that too much, Lego. Be like that, but yeah. Of course, you want to get inside it. It's not really meant to open up. Now we've got to do the other one. I'm hoping to finish this up here in the next few minutes, get it out of the way, and I'll start filming the rest of it. It shouldn't be too hard. I did get a question asked again. You need to put music in your tutorials and have the record companies claim rights to those videos. I don't think so. Well, Jay, come on now. You got your printed building guides. Yeah, but if I'm going to have to take a risk, I may as well just not even bother with it. I don't take risk like that. Especially if you're a record company watching. Maybe that guy was working for the record company. He's going, please, Jay, just do it so we can own the rights. Oh, over my dead body, you will. That's what it looks like so far. I wonder if these are asbestos roof tiles. I still get some people freaking out and they find out there's asbestos here. Ooh, I don't want to go in your house. It's got asbestos. I'm like, really? The insulation and stuff in the attic's been pulled out a long time ago. Some of the walls have still got some of that stuff in it, but I'm like, dude, if you're not eating it, you're not breathing it in, who cares? If it's not disturbed, it's perfectly safe. It's like, well, wait till I tell you the horror stories of the lead paint. All right, so this goes right in here. So this is my main issue right now, is all these accessories. We'll put that feather in a bit more. You really can't push this thing straight down. So I've got to rotate just enough to do this. And then push it in. I mean, that's the only way to do that. And they show that what's-her-name's up here looking through the stuff in the attic. Must be the costume stuff, and that's it. And it goes right on the top. And this is what, well, let me get that, because I'll forget that's even on the floor. Don't step on that there. And that's what we have remaining for bag 10. Okay, now we're going to start setting up the build. Now, they just have the figures outside here. Now, I could do that with the tour and not even have to bother with the minifigures or the mini dolls. If I do that, I'll just put it all on the turntable and just get it prepared now. I could skip one whole filming and then I could just do the close-up and just talk about each doll. Because I know a lot of people don't care much for the mini dolls. So we're going to slide that off to the side and we'll put it up on the turntable here. I'm just going to slide it up there. And it does feel somewhat sturdy. I got the materials for this table thing. I just got to get it going here. So, including the dog and the older lady that's in here, that's pretty much what it is. She's got, you got two boys, a girl, and the caretaker of the house, so bed and breakfast, whatever you want to call it. Now let's put the floor on here now. Alright. Push this back here, and let's set that right on top. I'm not a fan of these brick-built roofs, but this has some weight to it. So we'll snap that right on here. I'm just gonna, I don't want, you'd be tempted to press the roof, don't. I'm gonna press it down with the bed here. Sorry you can't see the whole thing yet, but it's one of these vertical builds. Let's see here. This is kind of just all over the place. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. So just move it very slow. Like, see right here, it's not even going down. So why is it not going down? We don't know. I'm going to press right in here. See if I can get that to go down. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, looks okay. And for the most part, it's not too bad of a build. And now we're going to get the camera set up for the review. And it's big, it's tall, it's mostly tall. I like to try to make it all fit in one scene because it looks a little better. That's why I do close-up tours, just because of that. That's why I do close-ups. Basically the, I don't know what the official name it is, but the zoomed out shot, the expanded shot. That's basically for just me to point and show you what it does, how big it is, and then we can go close to it. Okay. Oh, we're already in autofocus, so I'm going to go back to manual. Hope that's not going to be a bad sign today. And looks like we are leveled. Now I can crank this up as bright as I want to. That's dark, so just want to make sure when I rotate it, we can see inside. Now when I get inside close, I'll use the ring light, and then you can really get in there. All this is just kind of show you how big the model is and stuff like that. They'll ask me, why do I have different angles? It just looks better. And yeah, for the most part, it's a nice build. It's a dollhouse more than anything else. It's a Victorian house. That's basically what this is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it all up here real quick. And we're going to get some things going here. Everybody's ready to move in, especially Mr. Perfect. He thinks he's smart. Let's see how smart he really is. What's your Calc 3 scores? No, what's your complex analysis scores, dude? Let's see how well you really know your stuff. And we'll put these two together here. And I'm going to have to back it up a bit further. And yeah, I got a tutorial that's kind of falling apart all over the floor because I'm converting it over to a building guide. And yeah, I haven't had a chance to even work on that because I've been too busy doing reviews. There we go. So let's sharpen that up for you here. Alright, so now I have it staged up in such a way when I do this, this side over here is smaller, so what I'll do is I'll do this and I'll put the text over here on the thumbnail. So I'll just rotate these right here, have this lady here waving at what's his name. His hands are too full. He's the snobby guy. He doesn't like to wave. And then we'll put her, have her wave too. These mini dolls like to slouch everywhere. I think that's probably the best way to do this. Is what we'll do is we'll do the 360 spin tour, and then when I do the close-up tour, we'll just take a look at the mini dolls as we're doing close-up. It saves me one whole scene, and I don't have to mess with it too much. We got our puppy. We'll put her puppy there, and this one wants to take a nap. Well, we'll have to put you in the split bedroom wing when we get up to that point. But right now, you are going to have to check in. And yeah, right there. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take a thumbnail of this, like this. I'm going to come back, do the review real fast, and get it out of the way. Looks pretty good. Now let's see here. Do we need any more light in there? Probably right about there. Well, let's put it at 40%. There we go. Alright, now let's do the formal review. Let's start the review with play value, and as you saw with the tour, you actually have an open back build, so you have access to all these rooms in here. In addition, you do have the 4 mini dolls and a nice, cute, adorable dog. So that's really cool. There's plenty of things to do. Now, for build quality, it seems about average. A lot of these pieces feel like they're about to flake off. This tree seems a bit springy. This just kind of just floats here. I don't know. It should be up against the house, but just kind of dangles. And for the most part, this plant in here, right in the kitchen area, that will come out. I've had that fall out a few times. And the beds will, sometimes the headboards will come off, or you have to be careful with this one. But it's meant for play, but just be careful how you handle this house. Now, it's obviously not really portable. You can pick this up, but be careful how you pick it up. Just don't pick it up by the roof, because these panels here are just tacked in. You don't want to pull a roof off and have the build come crashing down on the floor. But for the most part, it is an average build. Lots of play value. Now, here's the deal. Can this be dropped in the city? It looks good on the front, but the back, you're going to have to finish this up. Maybe lose this tree here, build this back out. You know, it's an open back special. It's meant to be like a little dollhouse. So it's not quite city drop-in ready. Now, this set does have a lot of good unique pieces. You can use the parts for other creations, or you can use the bricks from your own collection into the castle bed and breakfast to make the build more grand. You can finish up the back, you can add more landscaping. But sadly, as is, this cannot just be placed in a city without some modifications. Now, for my build experience, I'd say the set was average to above average. It did keep my interest, but there's one thing hurting the set. There's a lot of small and medium pieces. Yes, you do get some bricks and some larger elements, but for the most of the parts, it's small to medium plates and slopes and tiles. It's a lot of little pieces, maybe a few little bricks, but it's mostly just small stuff. So if you're not a fan of small parts, you know, this probably is not the model for you. But as you can tell, there's a lot of details. So that's the advantage of having a lot of smaller pieces. It does add more character and detail to the build. Now, for my final score, it's going to be a 9.6. There is some stickers in the set, but they're spaced out pretty evenly, so I'm not going to go heavy on that one. But the main thing is some of these pieces just feel like they're ready to fall off. You know, these rails get kind of wiggly, and yeah, it's basically just pretty much a showpiece. It is playable, but you got to be careful with it. I mentioned that earlier. It's just a set that you can play with it. Just be careful how you play with it. So it's basically just structural quality on this one. So a 9.6 pretty good, but you got to remember you're getting a brick separator, you're getting printed building guides. There's 3 in total. Everything is here to assemble the set. So tell me what you think of this build. To me, it looks really nice.